Hey guys, it's JP554731 and I just got my Guardian Invocation Rekka, Kikoutei Rekka Armour Plus from Bandai Tamashii Nations, and you can see that it's pretty different. Like the outer box is different from the original. It has a barcode and it also has some English on it, so that's a change. I guess Tamashii Nations realize that they have a lot of interest in the international market, even though you can only buy their stuff in Japan. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the differences between the Guardian Invocation and the original that was released in December of 2011. This is released in October 2013, the recolor. And it's in black and white, so it's on the cheapy. But there's some gold on a lot of the kanji. Here's the front. Here's the side. But from the pictures that I saw online when I got this, I thought the gold was in gold foil, but it's not actually gold foil. Here's the back, so it's pretty much the same, except for the this right here, and the bottom part with the scroll. And here's a comparison. Again, black and white. There's no color except for the gold. And here's the top, which is different. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my Shugosha Hatsudo color. So, be back in a sec. So here it is out of the packaging. I'm going to go ahead and skip the assembly because there are assembly videos online. I actually did one too, and here you can see there's a lot more detailing on the whatchamacallit, the sword. Here's some gold detailing here and here, so it's more show accurate, and there's actually red on the jewels right here. And on the original, there wasn't any gold on the scabbard, so that's a change. I'll actually have extras for when they release Kikoutei, so I hope he's coming out soon. Not too soon, because I still need to save up for him. I'm actually buying a PS4, so yeah, I'm worried about them releasing the Dark Warlords too soon, even though there's no there's no evidence they are gonna do it. There's actually a Tamashii Nations reveal for 2013 this past October, I believe, and they didn't have anything on the Warlords or Kikoutei or Black Blaze. So let me go ahead and open this guy up and do a comparison. Okay, so first off, I'm looking at the Under Armour, and it looks like most of the main Under Armour is in a light. It's way lighter than the black on the original, and it looks like some of the pieces have the original color, like here on the waist and here on the chest. Basically, all the parts that come off of the Under Armour have the original colors, like the knees. And it looks like the feet have the original color as well. So this looks really mismatched. And also the face looks like they did a pretty bad job doing airbrushing on the flesh tones. There's some I don't know if it's the airbrushing, or if maybe the surface wasn't smooth. So that kind of sucked. So looking at the gold that they used on the newer one, it looks like it's more of a metallic gold, and it also has a neon or fluorescent tint to it, which looks really ugly in my opinion. But the gold here on the hilt doesn't look as ugly. It looks actually pretty good. And the red that they used on the original looks flat, and then the red that they used on the newer version looks a little bit semi-glossy. Maybe it's the top coat that they used. Also, the gold, which I more prefer over this, I think that what they did was they did the same metallic on the saber, and then over that metallic they sprayed a clear yellow. So yeah. I also noticed that these right here, the connectors that go onto the feet, is molded in gray instead of black. So that's a change from the original. So just like the bottom of connectors, these connectors on the hips are molded in gray too, unlike the original, which is molded in black. So comparing the new recolor to the old one, you can see that they used pretty much the same red here, and then the gold here on the spike on the arm guard is its own color, and it doesn't match anything on the original Inferno. It's a paler gold. I don't even know if I can call it a gold. Maybe it's like a bronze, maybe? No. Let's call it a pale gold. And then the gold here on the newer Inferno matches pretty much all the gold except for the emblem. The emblem is actually a different shade of gold. No, actually, now that I look at it, this matches this kind of, and then the horns matches the saber, this gold, and this gold has more of a red tint to it. If you put it in the light, you can see like a red glow kind of. So maybe they sprayed a little bit of clear red over the gold. I don't see it as much on this, but you can tell that it's there, just not as apparent. Now, the second to last color difference that I can find was the blue part in the middle of the chest. This one is the original, and it has more of a purple quality to it, while this one has more of a metallic blue tint to it. So this one is a lot lighter purple, and this one's a lot more blue. And the last color difference that I was able to find was the front part of the helmet. This one is a lot, wait, let me look at it carefully. This one is a lot darker. I don't know what color it is, but it looks like maybe I want to say brass, but I'm not sure. And this one has a lighter quality to it, but they're both metallic. Now the main color difference between the recolor, the one on the right, and the original, the one on the left, uh, Tamashii Nations is actually touting this as the gloss version, but in reality it isn't gloss at all. This one is the gloss version, the original, and the the new version is more of a pearly metallic. When you hold it up to the light, you can see a little bit of purple, but not much. Maybe they had a stronger, a brighter light than I do, but on the original, or on the recolor, the Tamashii page, from those pictures, it looks more, you can see more of a purple tint reflecting off of it, but on the one I have before me, it's not really, you can't really see it that well, but yeah. Holding it up to the light and comparing it, it's easy to tell which one is which. And if I were to buy one based on just looking at it from this perspective, I would most definitely go for the original. I don't know, it's just that the pearl color doesn't do it for me. And if I were to pick mix and match colors, I would pick the blue recolor and the gold from the recolor's armor, and this gold on the emblem, which has a little bit of red to it. Pretty much all the other red is the same, and I wouldn't have used the gold on the horns and here on the hilt, as they are more of a neon color. The original has more of a clear yellow, and I like that version better. The good thing about the recolor is that it has more accents to it, like the red jewels and the gold accents on the handle of the sword. And I think I prefer the flat or kind of semi-gloss black of the original's Under Armour, as opposed to the lighter shade on the recolor. All of the armor pieces that were metallic or metal and plastic are the same on the recolor, so they didn't downgrade any metal pieces or die-cast pieces. And pretty much all the articulation is there, and even the crappy hip joints are there. So for those of you that don't know, the hip joints break like a mother father. I've already had 6 hip joints break out of, let's see, how many figures do I have? I have 6 times 2 is 12. I have at least 13, so that's pretty bad. So 6 out of 26 hip joints. Pretty bad, Bandai. I think it's because the hip joints are really thin, and the way that they're manufactured is that they're made in they're actually 2 pieces. So instead of 1 piece, that and it being thin is what makes the hip joints brittle. So again, I'd pick the original over the recolor. And I think what the recolor is that it's supposed to... There's this one episode that The warlords were used to make this armor. 4 warlords and Rekka to summon the infernal armor. So that's what I think um, this color is supposed to represent. And I think another reason why they made this recolor is, one, it all of the other Armor Plus figures have more of a metallic tint to it, so maybe they wanted to match it up with the new Armor Plus figures and the recolor of Rekka no Ryo. So this metallic version matches all those other colors, but this is more OVA accurate, or anime accurate, the gloss version. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. Please rate, subscribe, and comment, as I always appreciate that. See you guys later. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention is that they give you this crappy sheet of instructions. So you pay pretty much the same price as the original 2011 release, but you get crappy instructions and crappy box art. Also, I guess this is kind of cool if you look at it. Like the original toy. God, I forgot the company name, but there was a release in the States, the United States, of the original 1990s figure, and these instructions kind of resemble those instructions. So I guess it's kind of cool if you look at it at a retro perspective, but to me it's just plain cheap. Good job, Bandai.